Appreciate your time. And Rich Lowry, to you, I just have to get your initial reaction to this press conference today. Hillary took a lot of questions from reporters. It did not seem to be a very positive exchange, and yet she was strangely smiling through the whole thing.
Well, smiling, a forced smile, I would say. And what she's telling us basically is too much of a hardship for her to have two devices. When she travels with this enormous entourage of Secretary of State, there would have been someone else to hold her other phone if that's what she wanted. But I think she's relying on the fact that she really holds the whip hand in this, in the sense that she's deleted all the other emails, apparently, that she didn't turn over to the State Department, and she's not giving up her server. So how is anyone going to really double-check anything that she says?
I want you to respond to some sound we got from today's press conference. Listen to Hillary Clinton.
The system we used was set up for President Clinton's office, and it had numerous safeguards. It was on property guarded by the Secret Service, and there were no security breaches. So I think that the use of that server, which started with my husband, certainly proved to be effective and secure.
Rich, I'll come back to you on that. So the Secret Service is protecting email communications. That's my first question. And then, she says that this was used during her husband's administration. In terms of the Internet, that's 100 million years ago. Technology has changed and moved on.
Well, the Secret Service, is true, protects her house. So if the North Koreans want to physically assault the Clinton residence and take the server, no, they're not going to be able to do that. But as Rich Etzen pointed out, the most successful hacks can be very hard to detect, or might not even
People live with them for
detected.
months and they never even know. Sony had it for 2 months and they weren't even aware of it.
And she was in blatant violation of the State Department's own regulation and practices of this, and on this, and the idea that she just didn't think about any other consequences or any of the legal rules and just did it for convenience. This is a very careful and calculating woman, so I find that hard to believe.
So here's my device.
Here, can you hold two? Can you hold two at one time?
I have 2 emails on this. How many do you have? You have more than one, right?
I'm a technological naif, so I only have 1 email, but I do carry 2 devices. I have my iPhone and my iPad, and somehow I manage to make it through every day.
It's amazing to me. So, John, to you, you work at a financial institution right here in New York. Presumably you have high security. What did you make of what Hillary had to say?
Well, one thing we know in the financial services industry is that an email lasts forever. Even if you think it's been deleted, it's going to be stored someplace. And if somebody wants to look up what you said several years ago, they're going to find it. And I believe that if my boss was to tell me to have 2 separate accounts, one account for material that might be highly sensitive, another account for stuff that was fairly safe, and later on regulators found out about this, regulators would not be pleased.
No, I don't think so. Rich, last word here. What are your questions coming out of this?
Well, this will continue to dog her because the press clearly isn't satisfied. But I think that the more substantial thing for her in the long run is that this just dredges up all this stuff from the 1990s and reinforces the idea that this is a candidate of the past. And do we really want to relive all that drama once again?
I agree. John, quick
thought. Quickly, didn't Hillary Clinton, when she was young, work on the Watergate case, I believe, as a young lawyer starting off?
And it's all back again,
maybe she learned something from Richard Milhous Nixon.
17 minutes. Rich and John, thanks for coming on. Great job, both of you. Thank you so much. And now